buy, sell, race, but most of all, watch your news right here, right now. Greetings from me, you're watching Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and the regular news roundup, our weekly sim racing news. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. How did you like the Drive 14 race yesterday? If you belong to the minority who missed it, we of course have kept it online for your viewing pleasure, and we're keeping the donation page alive so you can give to the Macmillan Cancer Support. You all already gave a staggering 2,273 British pound, but if you want to give more, the link to the donation page is in the description, and we will of course donate any earnings we made on the stream to the charity too. Next week will be also full of content on Rum as we have one review scheduled, as well as our podcast Rum-Coms on Thursday. As for this week, we as always got a flurry of small news and a couple of very interesting bigger news, like Pista Motorsport rearing its head and telling us about their future plans, as well as the monthly sim usage numbers with a big and nice surprise. What a wonderful sight! While not reaching the top numbers of December, sim racers accrued over 30,000 daily average users, which is a big number within our niche. Don't be misled by all the red arrows. Most sims only lose users minimally and are way above their normal numbers. Others, like Assetto Corsa Competizione, surge to their best numbers ever. You are such Notchlife freaks. Again, others like Le Mans Ultimate have the number of players, and EA's WRC continues on the downward spiral and continues having less drivers than Dirt Rally 2, even though DR2 also sinks. Healthy numbers for a hobby that's going to see some new contenders bloom this year. This will continue to be an interesting year for sure in sim racing. Traxion has a new home, at least the Traxion name and whatever tangible or non-tangible objects came with it. It's been sold for $250,000 to Gridfinder Limited. As all people working there were given their pink slips a long while ago and many of them have gone to other places, it's questionable how much of the old Traxion will be in the new Traxion, and only 200,000 USD will be moving around, as 50,000 USD will come in the form of letting Traxion be a marketing platform for motorsport games for an undisclosed amount of time, including the YouTube channel being the broadcast channel for motorsport games races like the virtual Le Mans. While it's good the name Traxion is kept alive, we're not sure if it will be more than an empty hull, and have a deeper conversation about it in our podcast on Thursday. But hey, all the best to the old and new colleagues. Is truck driving the new sim racing? In any case, the Hori force feedback truck control system has been released with the blessing of SCS, including free copies of their truck simulators. The wheel looks nice enough, but we don't expect it to be direct drive or anything similar. These may be where all the gear wheels are recycled. In any case, looking at the pictures, there's been some thought put into the design, as it's of course less sim racing and very much more truck driving. Dutch sim racing company Referox is searching for a product development engineer. If you fancy working in sim racing in an engineering adjacent position, this may be your opportunity. Yet another patch arrives at the shores of iRacing. 2024 Season 2 Patch 4 removes easy anti-cheat and puts epic online services in place of that. The rain update now makes an impression on your ears, as you will hear ambient rain effects. The pit stop crews are now more aware of the tire selection possibilities, and the spotter will also tell you if you are using the right compound. Added to that, some small corrections have been made to cars and tracks. As every year, Fanatec offers once again an F1 registered bundle with their 12 Nm Club Sport direct drive base and a kinda Formula Club Sport steering wheel for a total of €900 USD. They promise to send it latest 1 week after you buy it. Let us know in our Discord if they keep their promise. EA have shared a small FAQ about the VR experience in WRC, all in all saying this is not a time-limited thing, it's a beta because they are still working on it, and that it supports all actual systems on PC. And that's important, console players won't be able to use VR for the time being, or ever, as EA have no plans to support console VR driving. It seems they will even support VR when you are in non-driving scenes. They also have a small list of known issues. Complementing these news, WRC is available for $20 on Steam at the moment, although our resident WRC master Ike still prefers Dirt Rally 2 and does not recommend WRC even at $20. If you like the CGI of the Ayrton Senna series on Netflix, be sure to thank Reza, who contributed assets to it. Surely yet another reason to watch it now. It's a series about Senna, so of course we were already on it, as we were with the Schumacher documentary. Pista Motorsport is alive and kicking, even if they went silent since October of last year. This week, they shared a blog post commenting they've added Clase 3, that's Class 3, to the roster, which seems to be a regional class, to the main Clase 1 or Class 1. Any Argentinians, please correct me if I got it wrong. Also, they want to add the Procar 4000, of which I have zero knowledge, truth to be told, but which seems to have Fords and Dodges racing. 2 new tracks have been added to the roster, San Nicolás and Rafaela. Outside of content, they tell us they finished their work on replays, which we at RomRom always love, as they help us see what we did wrong, including slow-mo and track cameras, as well as drone cameras and freely movable cockpit cameras. They are working on being able to change the setup of the cars and ways to save and load those even between drivers. They plan to make Pista Motorsport moddable through a store as to avoid people stealing other people's mods, at least that's their logic for it. Asked if they are going iRacing, they explain they will offer tools for leagues to use Pista as their main sim and even ways to monetize, which they go in no detail whatsoever, but won't be organizing races for a monthly fee the way iRacing does. That said, at the moment they are thinking about weekly events, but nothing else. All nice and good, but when and how will interested sim racers be able to drive Pista Motorsport? As to the when, they don't mention any time frame, so we expect them to belong to the "it's ready when it's ready" line of thought, which we understand fully. As to the how, they plan to release Pista Motorsport on Steam on early access with an offline practice mode and online time attack. They also tease a third mode they leave undisclosed for now. After that, they will concentrate their work in establishing an AI you can drive against and you being able to do multiplayer online races. And yes, you can already wishlist the sim on Steam following the link in a description.